Well, hello there, and welcome to my weekly energy and abundance reading. It's the 15th of November, 2021, here in Sydney, Australia. I'm Karen Turpin from karenturpin.com. Now, how I'm viewing the energy at the moment, very, very frustrated energy. For a lot of people, it's a very angry energy. There's the energy is very, very kind of pushy, and it wants everything done instantly, or that we really should be seeing some change by now. It's that very pushy kind of energy. We're looking for fast results now. We've kind of feeling like we've had enough. Now, this applies on a macro level and on a micro level. Personally, I've been feeling some frustration in my own personal life with some things that I want shifted and moved around. The big lesson that I'm learning from this is that I can't control everything, and I just have to learn patience. That's happening in my life. It's probably happening in yours too, in some areas. And definitely we can see it on a global level as well, because there are opposing forces, that are affecting us at the moment. So, for example, people are pushing for their freedom. The opposing force is to control them and push them down. So we've got this, tussling up of energy that's happening all around us. So energy is moving. Just checking my notes, make sure I don't forget anything. Energy is moving, and we can expect things to happen. As I said, it's a frustrating time because we want them to happen on our timetable, but it's not always like that. So things are moving, energy is moving, things are happening underground or behind the scenes. There are forces at play here that we really can't see, and we don't know what the bigger picture is. So I'm really strongly feeling that there's a timing aspect to all of this. But I also feel that some things are going to happen very suddenly, very surprisingly. And it's like we've wanted it, we've been waiting for it, we've been taking the action steps to make this thing happen. But then there's this lull period. And then I think it's possible that suddenly everything will rush forward. Again, as I say, this is a micro and macro thing. So wherever you're viewing that, in your life or in the greater landscape as well, we can prepare ourselves for some shock surprises on the greater landscape, on the worldwide global arena, because we know that there's been a lot that's been hidden from us. Maybe we don't know, though. Maybe we're just learning this for the first time, because this current energy is one of spiritual awakening as well. So for the people that have been awake for a long time, we know that there's been a lot going on that's been hidden from us, hidden from the mainstream media. Well, the mainstream media know it, but they're just not telling us, right? So there's been lots of hidden things, lots of secrets, and lots going on underground for hundreds of years. So those of us that have woken up earlier, we know all of that stuff. However, I would say we probably know that much. And so I would prepare yourself for some shocks as well, because when all of this reveals, we're going to realize that we don't know much at all. But anyway, at least we're halfway prepared for it, right? However, remember that because this is a time of awakening for so many people, somebody, you perhaps, might be listening to this not knowing about all this stuff that's been hidden and kept from us, the dark underground secrets. And believe me, it goes really, really deep. So when that reveals, to some people, it will be absolutely shocking. It will shake them to the core. And in a sense, that's kind of like an earthquake waiting to happen. So this massive shifts and changes in people, and at a planetary level as well. So I think it's fair to say we're in for some turbulent times of great reveal. However, we have to trust that everything is going to be okay based on the choices that we make, of course, because that's always important. But yeah, we're in this time of spiritual awakenings, which is really, really exciting. I remember, and there's some astrology. I can't tell you exactly what it is because the planets and positions never really stick in my mind. But I did listen to a lady speaking last week, and she mentioned that these certain planets in the positions that they are was exactly where they were 19 years ago. And so if you look back at your life to 19 years ago, what was happening to you then, 2002, November, for me, that was a massive time in my life of spiritual awakening. I had started to awaken years before, but around that point, kind of 2002, November, it was just like I took a massive leap in my awareness, my opening up, and my connection with the spirit. So these planets are in the same position. So that might be happening for you now, this massive leap in your understanding, your spirituality, opening up to all of that. So I also get this sense, of course, that as we go through all of the shitstorm that's happening on the planet right now, look how many people are awaking now. We've talked about this as the time of the Great Awakening. It's also the age of truth. So we can look for more and more truth to come out as well. But globally, we are in a spiritual awakening. Personally, we are in a spiritual awakening from wherever level you are up to your next level. And that could be, and probably will be, a quantum leap, quite a big leap. And so when we do that, because we're in this time where the energy is quite explosive, things may happen very suddenly. As more and more is revealed to us, we also get the opportunity to dig deeper within ourselves. And so if we're coming into a spiritual awakening, if we're digging deep within ourselves, we also know that we're going to be bringing up any fears, any hesitation. And I really feel that we're coming into a time of personal alignment, meaning aligning with your truth and your purpose, your reason that you're here, what you're here to give and share, and what you're here to bring to the world. Now, in all of that, though, for many of us, we've suppressed our truth. We've suppressed our gifts and talents sometimes. Many people have suppressed their intuition or their kind of magical tendencies, if you like. We've done that to try to fit into society. But we're at that point now where we really are making a choice, whether we stay 3D mental or whether we just surrender, we drop into our heart and we just allow our truth to be expressed, because that is a form of spiritual awakening as well. And that's where we are. So can you deny it any longer? Can you deny this passion, this purpose that's moving within you? Because it will be moving. You may be holding it down, but it wants to come up and be expressed. It wants to be seen. It wants to step into personal sovereignty and freedom, which, when you think of it, is absolutely the micro of what we're seeing on a planetary level, where the governments and the controllers are trying to suppress us and push us down. And we as a people want to rise up and be expressed and seen and be free. So that's the macro of the micro. And if you are suppressing your truth, your gifts, well, then you can see how that's playing out. But we're in this time now where literally everything is going to burst open. So we're going to see massive truths be revealed globally. Even the mainstream are going to have to talk about it at some point, or else they'll be taken out and someone else will be brought in who will express the truth, because that's the time that we're in. So for yourself now, what is the truth about you that you have been suppressing? You know, we're at this time now, we have to dig deep. We have to be true in our expression and really maybe just surrender to our heart, to our soul, and just allow it to come up and be expressed. Now, this may herald a time of endings for you. Ending of a job, ending of a relationship, ending of a way of being, ending of I don't know, a path you've been following, a business that you've been developing, that when you are in truth, you would admit to yourself, it's not really quite in alignment for me. So this is all about stepping into your truth, being absolutely in integrity with your heart, with what you know about yourself. What are your motives for following that course of action? What are your what are those feelings, those thoughts that you might not even express to your very best friend, that you keep hidden deep down inside of you, maybe fearing people's judgment or criticism, maybe fearing the power that wants to come through and be expressed? Because I can tell you that when you're absolutely in alignment with your soul purpose, there is a power, a force of energy that moves through you. And it can feel quite scary because really we don't know, who we truly are until you start allowing that to come out. So we might feel kind of fairly empowered, maybe to that much. But when you really align with the truth of who you are and you just let it come through and fully be expressed, then you realize that there's this much to you when you just knew that, which again is a micro macro, because we might think we know what's going on in the world, but we probably know that, and there's probably that. So you can see that all of this is unfolding now. It's all about just taking a big deep breath, getting balanced, getting into your heart, and just saying, you know what? I'm going to be the fullest expression of who I am, because that's the best that I can be. That's what I came here for, to be my fullest expression. But we tend to limit ourselves. We fear what friends and family will say. We don't know if we could succeed at that. So we try and hold on to the bits of security that we know we have. It's going to keep us safe, going to keep us a bit smaller, but at least we'll feel safe. Well, we're at the time now when maybe what we're holding on to as safety and security is about to fall apart anyway. So at the end of the day, what will we have left other than the truth of our own soul, the power that is within us? And so at this time, I would recommend to all of you, I'm taking the advice myself, to just sink deeper into the truth of who we are, what we have come here to do, because we are the source of our abundance. And that's where all of our stability and security will come from, in knowing who we truly are and just fully accepting ourselves for everything that is within us, that is expressing through us. And so that alignment really will lead you absolutely to your soul purpose. You will be absolutely on track for all of the abundance that is your birthright, to just allow all of that in. So, of course, you probably already know that this is what I do, help people clear blocks and, overcome those limiting beliefs, or even find them in the first place, because some people don't know why they're holding themselves back. But that's all of what I do in my private client sessions, in Abundance Bootcamp. We talk about these things in my Facebook group, which is called Abundant and Successful Female Entrepreneurs. And, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, all the usual places. Karen Turpin, Abundance Coach. If you need any help or support to clear your blocks, your limitations, your fears, and so that you can get completely on track and in alignment with your soul purpose and what you're here for, please reach out if you need any help. You can DM me, or you'll find me in all of those places if you really want to. So, I hope that's been helpful for you, this reading for this week. Obviously, it's not limited to just this week, because there are many core messages in here that are kind of timeless. It's all about being fully accepting of yourself. And really, it's about accepting the magnificence that is you, because you truly are magnificent. We hold ourselves little and small. But when we're courageous enough to really go in our heart and just allow it through, then we begin to see really how magical we are, how magnificent we are, how awesomely powerful we are as creators of the reality that we want to experience here. So as I say, I hope that's been helpful to you. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you've got any questions, if you need any help, or just come and join me in all those places. Come and join my Facebook group anyway. Cool. Well, have a great week. I will see you soon. And of course, if you check out my Instagram stories, I'm there every day, so you can hear a few little tips and tricks and things to keep your vibration high and to keep you on track. Have a great week. See you soon. Bye for now.